Turn your attention to what comes next for him. He's motivated with every fight. He's been motivated, he said, from day one. That's what Freddie Roach told us. And in this particular training camp, Freddie said he usually starts him out running on the flats because Manny might not be quite ready to get into serious training. But he said from day one, they were running hills in this training camp, and it paid off really well for Manny Pacquiao. As we said, it looked as though he could fight another 10 rounds. He said, and he was really candid about this when he talked to us, we asked Manny Pacquiao, have you ever been less than 100% for any fight? And he said, yes, I was for Diaz, and I was for Morales 1. I was less than 100%. That's the way Manny Pacquiao is. He's very candid. You ask him a question, he gives you an answer. He thought that he would be troubled by the hand and foot speed and the power of Shane Mosley. That never did materialize. And we told you about distractions. We asked him about, the fact that, of course, he's in government in his native Philippine Islands. He's a member of Congress there. He's a singer. He's got a singing group. He's got public appearances that he makes one after another. He's a family man. And we asked him about the distractions, and I mentioned this during the fight, but what he told us, he says, distractions are always there if you allow them to be distractions. Obviously, he does not, and he trained the same way for this fight as he has going back to when he was a kid. We asked him about how you always go into camp and always come out of camp in absolutely the best possible physical shape, and he says, well, when I was a little kid, he said, I used to get up and I used to run. He said, and then I used to train. He said, and then I went to work as a construction worker, and then when I was done working as a construction worker, I came back and I trained some more. So he said, I'm not doing anything different now, except that I'm not doing construction work. So he's always ready to fight. He was ready to fight in this fight. He made no doubt about it. He took the fight away from Shane Mosley, whatever fight there was in Shane Mosley. And again, we asked that question, is this the last hurrah for Shane Mosley? And I think most observers who just saw this 12 rounds of beating that Shane Mosley took from Manny Pacquiao would say, yes, this was the last hurrah. Great champion, and he was introduced by Jimmy Lennon Jr. as a future Hall of Famer, and I don't think there's any question but that he will be a future Hall of Famer. He's an 8-time champion. He's a guy who's been in there at the very best in the business and has always given his very best. I just don't think tonight at age 39 he had anything that approached his very best. So going in there with an idea and executing the idea, two different things, especially against the guy who is the pound-for-pound best fighter of the moment, and you can make a pretty darn good argument that he might be the best pound-for-pound fighter ever. And Mosley told us when we talked to him, he said, I need to control the fight. And of course, he didn't control the fight at all. And we asked him if he was concerned about anything, and he said, my only concern is that I'm not concerned. And my thought at that point was, probably a pretty good idea to be concerned about the senator from the Philippines. And that's exactly what transpired tonight. It was a shutout win. You don't often see that in the sport of boxing, a dominant win, especially over a guy who has been in 21 championship fights. But Shane Mosley just did not have it tonight against the likes of Manny Pacquiao. So Pacquiao now will have to contemplate what comes next. What's going to be the next thing for him? They keep talking about another fight with Marquez. It would be the third. Pacquiao told us really that he's not particularly interested in fighting another fight with Marquez, but Marquez, although it would be certainly a fight that would attract some attention because of the closeness of the first two fights, and there is a bit of a revenge factor still for Manny Pacquiao in that fight. As he told you, he told us that he was not 100% for that fight going into that fight. Of course, he wound up not doing well in that particular fight. So will he fight Marquez again, or is there somebody else out there who Manny Pacquiao might be able to step up against? And right now, we have an opportunity to go to the center of the ring, talk to the winner with Rich Murata. Rich.
Okay, thank you, Barry. Congratulations, Manny. Once again, another virtuoso performance here to win as you continue your amazing career. How did you feel about the fight tonight?
I feel happy because I win the fight, and I'm expecting him to fight toe-to-toe and to give a good fight to the people, and that's why I didn't move, and I want him to come in inside and changing punches and just to make the people happy.
Is that why you had a little bit of a disappointed look on your face at the end of the fight?
Well, my first concern, like what I said, is the satisfaction of the people. I want them to satisfied and the pay worth.
Can we talk about the third round knockdown? Because immediately that really changed the tenor of everything when you knocked him down in the third round. How did that happen? Tell us about the knockdown.
Oh, the knockdown! I got him a good solid straight in the power punch, and you know, but he's strong. He's strong also, and he had a heavy handed, and then I'm very careful because he's trying to counter me and just to to timing one punch to knock out.
When you knocked him down and he fell the way that he did there in that third round, did you think that you might be able to finish it?
Yes, I'm thinking that round, but the problem is that in the middle of round, I got my legs, and that's why, I have problem. I told my assistant coach, Buboy and Alex, is, just brace my legs because it's hurt, and I can't move.
What, did it stay that way the rest of the fight? Was it hurting the rest of the fight too?
In the 9 round, 10 rounds is getting okay and better because the massage and the press and the last 3 rounds is it's getting better and okay, not too hurt.
Now, Manny, late in the fight, it was called a knockdown when you went down. The referee ruled it a knockdown. Most people, we certainly didn't feel it was. How did you feel about what happened there?
Yes, I mean, I'm surprised because the referee listened to the officials and he counted. But I respect.
Looked like he stepped on your foot.
Yes, I respect on that. That's the referee's call and that's part of the game.
Did you get mad right there? Because it seemed like you went right after him and it looked like you might finish him off.
Yes, I mean I have to recover because even you're not got hit in the pants, but the scorecard is going to be 10-8.
All right, we have your promoter here, Bob Arum, of course, of Top Rank. Bob, I know how you feel about Manny and where he stands historically, but I know there's a question of an immediate future as far as Manny is concerned too. What might happen?
Well, we're gonna, I think he's gonna fight again in November, and we'll talk about an opponent. Marquez is a great possibility. There's Timothy Bradley, Zab Judah. So we'll discuss it next week.
You want to talk about, again, if you could, about having an opportunity to be with someone like this, Manny Pacquiao, in terms of the historical significance and where he categorizes at this point in his career?
Well, I guess I can talk history, but only the 45 years I've been in boxing. Okay? Because I don't know what happened before, really. I wasn't that much of a boxing fan. But in the 45 years I've been involved in boxing, he's the best fighter I've ever seen.
And of course, you promoted Muhammad Ali too.
Yeah, without any question. Nobody has the combination of speed, power, dexterity, the whole package. I mean, this is absolutely something incredible that we're all seeing.
Manny, how do you feel when you hear people talk, and especially your promoter, talk about you in terms like that?
I'm happy, but I have a big responsibility to maintain it and to work hard. And I mean, being an athlete, I want to stay humble and be friendly to everybody.
All right. Well, congratulations! Another great victory for yourself tonight. You continue on. Bob mentioned some opponents. Is there anybody in particular you would like to go for?
I don't care if whoever opponent that Bob gave it to me, I will fight, and it doesn't matter. I can fight, but right now after the fight, we go back home and then back to work in Congress and just rest.
Are you going to sing tonight?
Concert tonight.
Are you going to sing tonight?
Yes, I'm going to sing tonight in Mandalay Bay, and I want to thank everybody for supporting us and for coming here. Thank you.
Right. Congratulations, another great victory. There is Manny Pacquiao and his proud promoter Bob Arum as Manny marches on. Let's go back down to ringside.
All right, thanks very much, Rich. Why is it that you and I are toast and he's going out to